Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
Welcome to sideline to baseline with MB Brown Sugar and K Lou, baby.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah. We got us some brown sugar.
You know about that brown sugar. You gave the name away.
She in the building.
I was a little reluctant to share that. I was a little reluctant on sharing. That's more of a
That's at home.
that's at home, but
behind closed doors.
Hey, look. What the problem is, Mike put it on the screen.
I know I did. I was kind of torn. I was like, let me see how it looks on the screen and see what's going on. You know?
Oh no, I just now seen that.
Yeah.
Shelly, what I supposed to say? that's your title, honey.
Exactly.
Come on now, you know I wouldn't put you out in the streets like that.
I was sitting there like, what? Where'd that come from?
I know we taking it to the streets, but I ain't gonna throw you out there and leave.
Thank you.
So I'm just doing what I do as your husband throw both us on the bus, I guess.
Right.
So, man, what an awesome time, man. Let me start off by telling y'all we appreciate y'all coming and watch us, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all pulling up. This is your show. We taking it to you, and we calling that Take It to the Streets, man.
Take it to the streets.
Take it.
So definitely jump in, share your opinions, share your comments, your thoughts, your questions. Bring it all here, man. This is about you. However, man, if you didn't see the show that we just had Friday night, you have to go look it up and watch it again. I mean, the guy, from Monty Williams just completely blew my mind. Let me just be honest with you, man. Like the fact of how much wisdom is already there, and then this guy was like, "Man, I'm taking notes from you guys."
Right.
As kids, you know, I know a lot of parents who have kids who are playing athletics and stuff like that. Man, you have to sit them down to watch that, to see a guy at the top of his game, head coach of the Phoenix Suns, by the way.
Right.
Okay, just in case you didn't know that. Head basketball coach of the Phoenix Suns, but yet sitting there like, first of all, why y'all got me on here? Because I'm sitting and then secondly, we ask him a second question, and he jumps out and say, "Listen, man, let me first tell y'all, I'm sitting here taking notes, so I don't know why you coming to me with that question." So that was just amazing. Tony Dungy, you know, Bill Polian, Pat Williams took over. We love you, Pat. You took over. Hey, I'm still busting my penny and change machine just to get enough money to send you a check, man. But we really enjoyed it. MB, what was your thoughts?
Man, I'm picking back on what you said. That money thing. It hit me too, because I was like, okay, I was thinking like maybe he multitasking over there, right? And then to come find out, he was like, man, he was in there taking notes.
Right.
Like, wow, because he brought up something which was profound too. He was like, hey, you know, in like NBA, we got like the G League and all that, and we use that as a way to showcase the coaching, you know? And I was like, wow. And he was like, do y'all have anything like that? But it was so profound because everybody genuinely was looking for answers. And like Bill Polian, how he shared, like he goes and he get lists, because one of the knocks out there or myth is saying that it's not a lot of good black qualities coaches or black qualities personnel guys. And he said, man, I go places, I'm getting 15 to 20 names right off the bat.
Right.
And he's being attentive. He's like, man, I noticed. So in reference to Monty's question, he said, yeah, you know, we have that in the All-Star game to some degree. He said that's when I found like Mike Singletary, watching him. And just the fact that you see guys that are intentionally looking for that, right? And that was and then Reggie Jackson, You know,
let me jump in there, MB, to just piggyback off of Bill Polian, because one of the things that you leaving out a little is that Bill Polian, Mike Singletary never worked for him, you guys.
Right.
So he saw him and passed his name on. Go ahead, MB.
No doubt. I'm glad you can hop right in, because that was a profound moment. That you're right. He found and passed him in, but I was blown away because you could see how Bill was intentionally trying to help people out.
Absolutely.
Even before this whole thing. Right now, it's like everybody's trying to help people out, and we appreciate it. But before it became an issue or struggle, you could see Bill, which blew me away, his commitment on trying to help this thing out behind the scenes, right? It's not, we know in front of the scenes, you see him, he hired Tony Dungy because Tampa Bay fired him, right?
Correct.
He hired him and gave Tony
second shot. Yep.
Gave him a second shot, right? Which we know usually it's one and done.
Right.
Usually it's one and done. Sometimes it's 1 year, one shot, one chance, no repeats.
Right.
And he gave Tony a second chance.
Absolutely.
And it paid dividends, man. And people say after the fact, it's almost like we're saying about Dr. King. Like right now, after the fact, we all, hey, Dr. King. But during that time, they were saying that he was a part of communists. They was a badge in his name. He wasn't a folk hero. He was a number one villain. He was on what, the top 10 most wanted or whatever, anti-communist list or whatever that stuff was, you know? So now
the FBI was investigating CIA behind the scenes. Like that truly was happening, trying to pull up dirt, lying on him and all the likes.
Right. And so I'm saying that in reference to obviously Tony Dungy, man of God, all that, and well as Dr. King as well. But I'm saying that he got fired. Right. It almost like Smokey on Friday got fired on your day off, man. Like they felt like he could not take them. And obviously it hurt even more when they traded for what's my name? Chucky. And he ended up winning the Super Bowl, right, with Tony Dungy guys.
Gruden,
excuse me. John Gruden ended up winning the Super Bowl with Tony Dungy guy. And it was like, he couldn't take him there. He couldn't win. But thank God he got a second chance on life. And not only a great guy, great person, a great coach, Hall of Fame coach, but he was able to turn that thing around and get it done. And so that was profound, just looking at Bill Polian and his work behind the scenes, and Pat Williams and Reggie Jack. How about this? Go ahead, Caleb.
Hey, I ain't gonna let you skip Bill on one very important fact that he got a ton of flack on, and actually it started our when we put out the flyers for that, it started a buzz. Well, Bill Polian, why y'all got him on there? He's the guy that dogged out Lamar Jackson, felt like he should be playing receiver. He took a lot of flack on that, and he even apologized for it. However, I really don't think he ever should apologize. Let me tell you why, you guys. He evaluates talent for a living. That's what he does. You are going to miss. You are going to get it wrong.
No doubt.
And that's, I don't think, what people recognize. So he's looking at it from his eyes that he's seen it work for. And for him, it didn't work. But that's why it's 32 teams, you guys. He ain't the only one.
Right.
That's evaluate.
Right. And the thing I like about that, you brought a great point. At least he took ownership that I made a mistake, right?
Correct.
And obviously in things like that, it's equally been, oh, well, he's racist or he didn't know. He just made an honest mistake. And we can't, that's one of the things we got to be cautious of, is that we can't be so quick to label somebody racist. You know, it's so hard to prove. And so if he took ownership, like, man, I made a mistake, it's just a pure evaluation. All right, good. I respect that he made a mistake and he owned up to it. But the thing that one of the things that K-Lou that jumped out to me, how about my man Reggie Jackson talking about? He said, I put a bid of $300 and some $1 million. What I say, $1 million, not pesos, but American dollars. Here you got a qualified black person, right? Reggie Jackson, Mr. October. This is how we feel like the Dallas Cowboys are American team. New York Yankees, American favorite pastime, the Yankees, Mr. October.
Yep.
And he was trying to he couldn't get a snippet. Like, he ain't asking for no money. He got money. He's like, look, he's connected. And I was like, this, what?
Yep.
You telling me you wouldn't let him in, Reggie Jackson?
Well, I and maybe I heard him wrong, MB. I thought he made 3 or 4 bids for 3 or 4 teams.
Oh, just one. You're right.
And lost every time.
No doubt.
Watch this. But was the highest bidder.
Right.
Every time. And went over.
So it's for me, I'm like, what do you got to do to get in? Like with him, it's like, ain't no dirt on him. Ain't no, like, he's back. I mean, he's great for business. You talking about he's the poster child, or he could have been a poster child. Man, I mean, just like Michael Jordan is to NBA, he could, as far as him being having ownership, Reggie at that time could have done it. And you see a little Scooby snap with Derek Jeter and him. He was with the Marlin, one of the minority owners with the Miami Marlins. Excuse me. I'm so used to Florida Marlins, but Reggie at that time, man, how about if he would have been a majority? Man, I think it'd be like Wakanda forever. Because he was going roll call as far as who he's gonna hire. They would have been doing like this on the side, Wakanda forever, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, the team president and also the manager was gonna be black guys. But see, this is the important part. Black guys that he thought hadn't got a chance and also could do the job very well. And I think that's the part that we definitely miss. And how about the story he spoke about it, one of his best friends, Rick Hendricks? I thought that was touching. I mean, that was a tearjerker right there when he said he was coming back home with Rick Hendricks, NASCAR guy, that Rick Hendricks, the big name. Yeah. And Rick done showed him everything he owns and everything. And he all hype and excited looking at Reggie in the car on the way back home and like, look, man, what do you think about everything? And then and Reggie said to him, look, man, I've seen 1 or 2 people look like me all day. And was pouring out crying to him. He said that was 15 years ago. Rick Hendricks now done sent 39 minority, I'm not sure if it was black or minority, through his pipeline now that are part owners of dealerships and other businesses that he's had. And these guys, 39 from 15 years ago that are executive level guys, which is huge. So you know what comes behind that. Those guys are identifying other guys that look like them because they just got the same chance. So you know throughout his whole organization now, it's different. And it's different because a guy like Reggie Jackson spoke up about it.
Yeah, that's powerful. And you hope that, and that's the thing. I don't want, you said one thing that you hope that you're saying that other guys going to get a chance. It's not all, unfortunately, that's not always the case. Meaning, like, because I think about what's my man Clarence Thomas, how he got a chance. The judge Clarence Thomas, Supreme Court Justice, Supreme Court Clarence Thompson,
you were right.
Clarence Thomas. How affirmative action helped him get where he's at, and then now he's trying to get rid of it during that time. And unfortunately, that's one of the kryptonites or issues I have in the black community. Like, a lot of times we make it, and so many people handprints and DNA are on us to help us get on that success, but we're not intentionally looking back and trying to bring somebody else with us, trying to help somebody else, you know? And I look back, and like I told you, like from the one show, I was saying, man, I'm a product of my community. I'm a product of the village that God has surrounded me. The Bobby McCrae's, my brother, my uncle.
Hey, stop that right now. I ain't going 2 weeks in a row, man. You gonna cut that out right now. We ain't gonna do this again. No, because if Miss Jenkins get on here, don't nobody better be talking about Miss Jenkins. So you cut that out right now. Okay. Do not say another name before we lose you.
All I'm saying is that we got to do a better job of being intentional trying to help each other. And what I love about that forum on Friday is those guys are intentional. Rod Graves heading up the Fifth program, Ken Sharpshire. They're identifying the problem, man. They was all hands on deck. Like Reggie's like, look, I told you when I was asking Reggie about to come on the show, because this was the last minute. Reggie came in on the 11th hour. He was the last guest. Matter of fact, as the show was getting on, y'all thought I was playing on my phone. I was trying to get him on the show, right? Get him connected, right? And he said, look, Michael, I just don't do meetings. I don't waste my time doing meaningless meetings. I want to do meetings with people who are serious about change. He said, when I'm at the Yankees and if the owner and the GM not involved with the meetings, I normally don't go because the decision makers in there, we're just wasting our time. He said, man, he shared, K-Lou, how he's meeting with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, how they're looking for positive way to make a change. They're looking to do something to make an impact because they want to do it the right way. They want to do it peacefully. They want to follow the same pattern that Dr. King and Gundy followed to promote change. And they're concerned about how we're responding and looting and all that stuff, right? But the other thing he didn't share, that he's part of a different group too. Well, what's the dude that owns Facebook?
Mark
Zuckerberg, he's involved with some heavy hitters. He said, look, not guys that got $1 billion, but they multi-billionaire, like long money. And they want to see what they can do. And he didn't mind sharing it as well. So I love the forum. I love what everything came out. You know, I wish we had a chance to get to that one subject because we talked about how to help the younger cats, right? But I'm concerned about the older cats too. What I call the one and done, the guys who had a chance, like coaches like what's my man? Guy Cincinnati Bengals, Marvin Lewis, who's consistent winner at Cincinnati. I mean, come on, Cincinnati, they hard. I mean, Cincinnati, they nickel and dime. K-Lou will tell you, good Lord, Cincinnati, it's hard. They run their thing like mom and pop, you know? Not only you coaching, you got to be the scout, you got to be the cafeteria guy, you got to be whatever, right? And
they made Chad Johnson drive a Prius.
So when you talk about him and you talk about these up and young coaches like Chris Richard and Eric Bieniemy, right? You talk about those guys, or some of these guys, Steve Wilkes, right? Who got 1 year, and Vance Johnson, 1 year, and you out, man. You can sign up longer for a T-Mobile plan, you know, 1 year, and they cancel his subscription. And then not only that, but you talk about like our dude, Jerry Reese, two-time winning Super Bowl GM. Right. And doing it right. If you can't, man, like Frank Sinatra said in New York, if you can't do it in New York, you can't do it nowhere. Well, and he did it in New York, man.
Well, the other way, MB, if you can do it in New York, you can do it.
Get it right. You can do it anywhere.
Yeah, if you can do it here, you can do it anywhere. Bro, he ain't thank you.
Helping Brown Sugar, what you say?
Help me out. Hey, you know, I'll mess up a song in a minute. Hey, but that, and then Rod Graves, right? I mean, same thing. Arizona Cardinals, man, he was that guy that took them to the Super Bowl, to their success, part of got their lineage with the Super Bowl champ, you know? And then now you look at it, what? He can't get another opportunity? What's up with that? I mean, you telling me Jerry Reese can't get a call? You telling me Chris Richard? I work with that cat, man. Legion of Boom. When he was there, the two prize DCs from before him, Gus Bradley, right? Dan Quinn. They got opportunities. They became head coach. You telling me he can't get a head coach? That dude's smart. Man, he's articulately smart. He carries himself professional. Man, you telling me he can't get an opportunity? What's up with that?
Leslie Frazier, one of the ones that Tony Cindy pointed out.
That's the other guy. Yeah, he was at Minnesota. And then now he's at Buffalo turning that thing around.
He did it, but he turned Minnesota around as well.
Oh, and then let's look at it, right? I know, and I don't want to paint a bad picture. We got some guys. It seemed like we got some guys who did get a second chair, but like my man Caldwell, Jim Caldwell, there's no reason why he should have got fired from Detroit Lions. They still haven't won more games than what he got fired with.
Right.
Still haven't won more games.
Right.
So
yeah, Jim Collins.
It's unfortunately, you know what? And like I say, everything's not racist, right? I understand that's why I pose the question, is it relational?
Right.
Is it racism? Or is it readiness? We're not ready. Is it those guys that I mentioned, they're proven. Just like Dusty Baker said it, right, K-Lou? You remember Dusty Baker? Who's right now, I think he's only one of two managers in baseball history that has 3 seasons of 90 wins.
Right.
And this dude here, he's talking about the struggle of how it is to get another opportunity. He's saying how, he has to work extra hard, just like my mama. My mama told me, Michael, you got to work harder than the white man. You got to work hard. And she wasn't being racist. She was just being real. Like, you got to separate yourself, man, because they're holding us to a higher standard. We got to overcome a lot. Even when you talk about baseball, K-Lou, check this out. All the baseball managers in the history of baseball have all been former players. So it's almost like not only do you have to survive and play at the highest level with Major League Baseball in order to get in the door, because their white counterparts, majority of them haven't never played that level.
Right.
So we got to make ourselves even look that more attractive, It's like when Sugar put on the little tight pants and said, hey girl, what's your name? We got to make somebody holler back at me, And that's unfortunately, we got to decorate ourselves. All the bells and whistles, and we got to jump through the hoop, right? When other dudes jump in front of us who's less qualified than us and get an opportunity, right? Is it relational? Is it racist?
And let me support you, MB, with the Dusty Baker quote. He was quoted saying, "It's almost like if you're African American, unless you win it all, then you're considered a failure." Baker said in a recent interview with the Chronicle, "You see other guys getting jobs immediately after they were fired."
No doubt.
That was the quote.
No doubt. Shirley, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I was thinking about the video that we were watching with Matt Barnes, and when the lady said that they fire up.
Oh, yeah.
How the coaches fire up. How our counterpart, the Caucasian counterpart, can get fired and then go to a higher job. A higher position.
Just ask my boy from Texas Tech, Cliff. What's his name? Cliff KK. I'm gonna call him KK, right? And hey, coach of Arizona Cardinals right now, my man KK, right?
Right.
He get fired from Texas Tech. Hey, K-Lou, come on now. He had 3 number 1 picks at
quarterback, absolutely.
He had 3 number 1 picks at quarterback. Patrick Mahomes probably the best of all the ones he had, and you can't win a championship with him. You see what he did at Kansas City? And then, I don't know the dude. The dude could be a great dude, but there's no way in all get out he should have leapfrogged. All right, you fired a great coach, Steve Wilkes. You make him one and done, right? And you get this. You take a shot on this guy. All right, I know we got a question.
This is good. Go ahead. Both of you guys played with Jesse, and Bob wants to know, why isn't Jesse Armstead a defensive coordinator?
Who?
Jesse Armstead.
Who asked that? Bob?
Bob.
Oh, we got to highlight this question. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob the Builder. How you doing, baby? Hey, first of all, my man. Hey, I get a joking nickname in a minute. Hey, Bob the Builder. Hey, first of all, my man.
He got babies, Bob. He got babies. That's where it's coming from. That's hard. That's hard.
Well, first of all, Jesse ain't trying to coach. Jesse, man, listen. Let me tell you, my boy 9'8", right? 9'8", he needs to be an owner or general manager.
Yes.
Because right now he's got the number 100 dealership, in one of the top 100 dealerships, all right, in America.
Right.
So, but 9'8",
not Jersey, in America.
All right, and so I'm telling you, with him, he needs to be an owner or general manager. He's a businessman, but he's got that mindset. He got that practicality. He sees talent. Not only, and he knows what it takes. So right now, he's got a job with the Giants in that position where he's that middleman between the players and the coaches and management. So he got an excellent job. But right now, Jesse got a lot of stuff going. He ain't trying to keep no coaches out. Trust me, the job he got now, it's perfect. But but let me say this though, right? Those are tight when you take a shot on I love Matt Miller, right? But when you get the guys from the telephone booth and you put them in manager position, just like John Lynch, right? He's doing that now. All right, John Gruden, the more he stayed on TV, the more money he got ownership, right? I think Lou told me that, right?
Hey, the better he got, baby.
Yeah, but with Jesse's one of those guys that you can earmark. All right, this dude is one of the smartest dudes I know.
He's sharp.
And he not only is smart, right? His level of smart and his level of common sense is elite.
Yes.
It's elite. And so he's a man's man.
Well, they need him. He's made himself indispensable.
Right. He made right there at the Johnson. They've been through all the different Arbor loved G-Man for life, and they made sure they kept Jesse on board.
With every coaching
change.
Jesse has been
and they turned to Jesse. Jesse, what you think? In Jesse, we trust, right?
Yeah.
Board meetings, and I mean, he's sitting with owners. He's sitting with the GM. They're sitting there like at the draft table. Like, what do you think?
Hold on, Bob. What are you talking about? Powder donuts? You got powder donuts.
You know about
it. Put powder. Bob, that's Michael Strahan. Right now, you look on Michael Strahan on TV right now. I'll be dope. Michael Strahan, get some Vaseline. Your lips look dehydrated. You talking so much. We used to kill him all the time. Come on, Bob. Bob, you throwing shots, Bob. Can we keep it friendly? Go ahead.
Hey, Al said you can't say the name with people from Detroit on here. Matt Miller. He said he don't want to speak. Al also said earlier, man, that we were in his backyard with them Lions. What the Lions did to Caldwell is criminal.
No doubt.
Loved in this community. Matt Patricia is, well, he just is.
Matt's still trying to sharpen his pencils or something. It's crazy. That dude, what you want is and so that's what happened. You pull them out there and you see, man, now you look back at it, I guarantee if they had a staple redo, they'll be trying to redo it. They'll be like, man, we could have kept him. And now they better watch out because now I think the daughter don't took over. Miss Ford don't retire. I think her daughter now is taking over. So they better you definitely on life support this year. If they don't get that thing turned around, she may go back and say, you know what? I always love that Caldwell. And Detroit, right? It's a perfect city for a brother.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you.
Right.
Motown, baby. All right.
MB, so you know, I set this thing up for you, man. You didn't even give us your 25-point plan. Hey, Tori done jumped in here, man. He say no Belichick assistant has had any success on any level of football.
What does that say to you, K-Lou?
That is Belichick. It ain't nobody else.
It's Belichick's ball game.
Yeah.
What is that saying? I mean, that ought to let you know consistently. He's not letting them do anything but stand there and do what I told you to do behind these back doors.
Tori won't say it, but he need to name me some successful Nick Saban guys as well.
Oh wow,
he had it.
Tori?
Only one right now is Kirby Smart. I like Kirby Smart.
Right. Yeah,
I like Kirby.
So what is that?
But do you remember?
But what? Okay, go back to Bill Belichick. What is that saying for his assistants? That are they not learning anything? Are they? What does that say? What do you guys think?
I don't think it's not learning anything because they know ball, right? I just think the way Bill runs it at New England and the way they treat people, that's the thing. Like Bill, man, it's that Patriot way. I get it, I understand, but
come on, MB. You said this before. MB and I had a side conversation on this exact topic, and what MB said was just start a little bit and let you take it over.
No,
what he said was they running up in the locker room like they are Bill. So go ahead.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Remember, they were gay. You felt like they going in there trying to implement his whole program, and you ain't got no legs to stand on. This guy's standing on 5 Super Bowls. You sitting on nothing. This your first shot, and you like, look, man, what's your head coaching record? You 0-0. How you coming at me like this? And then when you get off to a bad start, it gets worse because you still trying to clamp down and put the Patriots way into a team that just went, 4-12.
Right.
That's hard to do.
And when you talk like that, it made me think about what's my man, the OC name, who was at Denver Broncos, who's back at New England.
Right.
Josh Daniels.
Josh Daniels, how he came trying to be a little Bill. Little Bill. Oh, Bill Cosby, Little Bill. And so you saw how he came in there, trying to just change the environment. Like, you can't do that culture way. Like, it's a lot of factors that goes in there. You just can't treat anybody how you treat them. And then also the players, man, whether you like it or not, the players run that professional league, the players. And Correct. So you got to earn. So Bill, when he's got so much power and his success, that's what happened,
I'm laughing at Torrey giving the roll call. Charles White failed at Notre Dame. Yeah, no Romeo Cornell failed everywhere.
But listen,
man.
What I'm saying, though, I don't know, but every time, man, like, you got to treat people with some love, care, respect. These NFL people, man, they'll do it for a while, but if you don't get the results, you better get out, because they about to revolt. They about to do right here on my shirt, fists up, and like, we out. They about to say, man, we ain't taking this. And you look at your boy from Houston, Texas, right?
Right.
He going down that darn lane. I'm telling you, when you think it's you, and you get rid of your top player over what? That don't make no sense. I don't know all the details, but I don't like what I'm seeing, right? I don't like that.
Right.
You get rid of baller.
Ain't nobody bigger than this team around here.
Yeah, exactly. You better learn how to partner up and work with them. You can't just force that down people. You see, I don't know all the details with Tom Brady, but Tom say, I'm out. I'm out.
Pat said, Mike, do you think Coach O can coach a team to winning? I don't know who Coach O is. So.
Coach, you talking about Coach Orgeron, the Raising Cajuns.
Well, didn't he do that with LSU? He did it with LSU.
Yeah,
I ain't believe he was saying Coach
O. Hey, that's my boy Pat Ryder. That's D-Line. What's up, Pat? What's up, man?
Okay, y'all got a lot of questions coming.
Is Bill Belichick? Go ahead, Shel.
Is Bill Belichick always business, or does he have a personal interest in his players?
I don't know. I'm hoping he does, because I think he does.
Look what Tom Brady doing right now. That was business, man. Tom Brady got something to say about everything now. That was business. If it was personal, he would have been talking. Like, let's not sugarcoat this, man. Come on.
No, what I'm saying, though, he talking about, is it all? But no, he got to run a business. He ain't missing business with pleasure.
But winning makes everything good.
But but listen, though, the way I'm understanding about the Builder question is Bill always about business. Yeah, when it comes to football, he all about business. It's what have you done for me lately? And he's all about, and I knew when Antonio Brown got released, I said, I bet it's only a couple teams that got the balls to pick him up. And it was Belichick and the Cowboys, I thought, and Belichick, he don't care, man. He'll, like Randy Moss, all the stuff, he'll go get that guy. He don't care. If you can help him win,
he wants to win.
So that's why
I said strictly business. Strictly business.
He's strictly business, and I agree with that.
But he's confident that he can take that player that nobody else wants to deal with and nobody else can handle and turn him around and make him a winner.
But then also he'll take some old dudes and find a role for him. I remember, God bless that Junior Seau, those
right.
guys.
He came at the end of his career, you're right.
Right, and he'll squeeze a couple, 2 or 3 years out of them as well. But you're right, when you ain't start playing like Tom knew, Tom took it as far as he could take it. Tom knew, like Bill, like, hey man, they could have easily paid Tom that money. Bill, like, hey man, I don't know about that contract, that money, baby. Tom like, I don't know, man. And you know how you ask your dad for some money, K-Lou, and he do this on you? Man, I ain't got nothing.
Hey, man, you're tripping, man. Stop it. Hey, go ahead.
Hey.
This is PG-13, man. Go ahead. Shelly, go ahead. I tried.
Pulling my pockets out.
You pull it out everything.
Shelly, I tried to get you to segue to the question, and you backed off. You got to.
That six-pack just came out. That six-pack came out, baby.
Shelly, you got to follow me, honey. We could have avoided that. Go ahead.
But before we get out of here, this is
we got one. Go ahead.
I mean, but because I know y'all's time is probably, I want to get to this because we're right here.
My man David Coop, 10X Man, baby. What's up, D Coop?
Because we are right here in Charlotte. He says, how does Coach Matt Rule, Carolina Panthers, get a max contract while never proving that he's NFL worthy of that kind of pay, contract / power? Please answer me that with all of these eligible black, good, proven coaches.
You want to target that, Caleb?
Well, I think it's too tough. I'm gonna.
I may want to job. Hey, I live in Charlotte. I don't know if I want to take them. I may need a job. I may need some tickets. So, man, hey, I love you, baby. Can I borrow $1? I don't know.
The NFL. I mean, let's think about it. The NFL, the NBA, all of these guys do the same thing all the time. Monkey see, monkey do type of deal. And what they feel like is the next great whatever, whether it's they're going young. Every coach 30 years old, he ain't even slobbed out the mouth twice. Still got Similac round his, done drew back around his ears, and all of a sudden you see 2 or 3 of them get hired. I think what they looked at was they feel like, they look at Ron Rivera and they said, man, the prisoners were running the asylum. Essentially, you know what I mean? It's that he's a player's coach guy, so we need a guy that's gonna come in and right the ship. And they looked at what he was able to do at Baylor when the program was destroyed, and then he comes in and kind of saves the day. So I think they were matching that up. And then if you match, why wouldn't you go for the max? You got to realize it ain't just the NFL teams sitting here saying they gave it. It's negotiations going behind it. Matt, like, shoot, I'm chilling. I'm good. If y'all want me, y'all will pay this. Oh, what? They just paid me that? Okay, we got to go, y'all. Because if you remember that process, he was, again, doing a Matt Brown impression, telling the team basically that he wasn't going nowhere.
Right.
Well, for that money.
Yeah, well, for me, though, for me, though, it's he was, like your brother just said, he was the next coach. Him, Leak and Ryan, excuse me. They're the next. So when you look at the decision-making process, right? You look at it, here's the people that affects who gets hired. Obviously, the owners, right? Then the front office, the headhunters or boosters, right? All right. And then the C-suite. But then the other place that always got a seat at that table is the media. And perception is reality, right? And the media can build these guys up. They looking, man, he turned the Temple program around. Now he's at Baylor. He turned it around. So, and then now he coached in the NFL, I think, for 1 season with the Giants. Got a stamp. So then now it's like he becomes the new hot commodity, the new it factor. And now he got the momentum like Leak and Ryan, well-deserved, right? 2 Heisman Trophy winners and stuff, and he's doing his stuff on the field, getting it going. So Matt, because his natural connection with the NFL, he became a natural candidate for that. And then he had the power. I mean, he got the media behind. It's no different than if you want to get somebody to endorse your product, a celebrity, it's a price tag that come with it. Just ask Papa John, right? When you trying to make a big splash and because you're trying to do damage control, who they go get? Shaquille O'Neal. Now he's on the practice. Come eat some pizza.
Greatest of the universe.
Come get some pizza, right? And so that's the same thing when you looking to do that. Who's hot out there? And then also, like I said, I ain't trying to be political, but I like the fact, okay, my man at Pittsburgh, he knew what he wanted. He put his money where his mouth is. He's one of the richest owners or richest people in the world, period, right? Hedge fund. And that guy is a reflection of who he is. And that's what, Lou, that's what Theo Epstein was saying, who's the general manager of the Chicago Cubs. He said it's relational that I'm usually going to get somebody like me. And you look at the owner comments, David Tepper, right? His philosophy, earn, win. He's got like 3 buzzwords that he used. This guy, Matt Rule, is a reflection of him. This guy looks like him. This guy acts like him. This guy, one of those quote unquote tough guy. All that. This guy, he's a success story, and that guy is relational. That owner was like, "This is my guy. He's a mini me, and I want to hire a mini me to run this team the way I want it." And that's what he did.
Well, man, I think this is a great place to end, man. We really appreciate y'all. Y'all really showed up.
5-point plan. We got to talk about it next week.
Hey, look. You saw how I wrote the plan. You were supposed to go number 2. You took us down this rabbit hole.
There was so many good things.
All about you. And you did this.
I missed the layup, man. I looked
out for you, bro.
I'm blaming your brother, man. He keeps doing some good topics, man.
Good, yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, he can go.
We got to get him on the show, K-Lou.
Hey, y'all. Let me keep some all the way 1,000 with y'all. He better than me.
We got to get T-Lou. You got to come on the show, baby.
Hey, look.
And T-Lou. Come on, T-Lou.
Next week.
We got to get you on, man.
T-Lou and K-Lou.
Well, man, we sure appreciate y'all. Y'all pulled up today. Y'all showed out, man. For me, K-Lou, MB, and Shelly.
Thank you.
You see him? See, I went back to Shelly. You hear me?
Thank you, K-Lou.
We appreciate y'all.
Tonight, K-Lou.
Be sure to check us out Wednesday, 6 p.m. Same time, same place, man. Hey, follow us, subscribe, hit the notifications.
Share.
Holler at a player. Share to somebody. Yes. Just somebody. Just share it to one person. All we need to do is share to one person. And go back to that video that we talked about, started off the show with. Share that video, man.
Yeah.
Which one tonight?
Friday show.
Oh, Friday show. Yeah, no doubt.
Show.
Share that video, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, if we make that go viral, man, listen.
Yeah.
Wow, it would be amazing because the voices that were on there, guys, if we make that go viral, people will listen to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So be sure to do that. If you don't do anything else for us, go back to that video and share that video on all your pages.
No doubt.
That's good. I applaud you guys. You guys are doing an excellent job.
Well, we love y'all ballers out there, man, and we'll see y'all on Wednesday night. We gone.
All right. Peace.
You know what?